Hey everybody! Today I want to tell you a lot of interesting things about G-Men, about which you did not know and which you did not notice. Subscribe so you don't miss new interesting videos with pass hauls and theories. Let's go. Now we will analyze who is G-Man Toilet, where he came from and what abilities he has, discuss his weaknesses and how to defeat him. We first see G-Man in the first episode of the first season. He walks near the first Skibidi toilet we saw, and in his hands is his suitcase. This is an important detail, remember it. Then in the third episode, we see the first large-scale attack of the Skibidi toilets, and the man running in front of him. But if we look closely, we can see that this man is a G-Man. The big Skibidi toilet runs him over, but when the big toilet drives on, we don't see the G-I man on the road. So we can assume that the big Skibidi toilet has some sort of internal chamber, into which it sucks anyone in its path, and in which it can hold these people. Presumably the big Skibidi toilets are the transporters of captured people, whom they then take away for experiments. G-Man's next appearance is in the fourth episode, where we see him sitting on a toilet like all the people around him. Putting people on toilets appears to be some sort of experiment by the Skibidi toilets to turn people into new Skibidi toilets, which would make sense, because as we see in the next episodes, the people aren't there. So I assume they were later all captured and turned into Skibidi toilets. In the fifth episode, we also get to see G-Man dancing with his suitcase next to Gordon Freeman. But as we remember, in the last episode he was planted on a toilet, which means that the Scabies toilets didn't manage to take over his mind and turn him into their own kind, because he has much more power and will than a normal person. We can only wonder who he was in his human form for humans. In the next episode, we see the still dancing G-Man at some disco run by a DJ Skibidi toilet. And I assume this is a special Skibidi device to capture the minds of those who do not succumb to the standard transformation into Skibidi toilets. Because in this room are those who do not look like the most normal people, we can even spot a Spider-Man in here. Give us a like if you noticed him too. Already in the 7th episode, G-Man appears for the first time in his toilet guise, accompanied by other toilets, which means that his capture with the Skibidi device was successful. Also take note to the pupils of his eyes. If you compare them with normal toilets, you can see that they are different. But why? We'll find out next. In the 8th episode, we can also notice someone similar to G-Man, but he appears to us in some unnatural appearance. But we've already seen G-Man transformed into a Skibidi, so I don't think it's G-Man himself. I think it's G-Man's human soul doomed to wander the world without his master, after his body was transformed into a toilet. What do you think this creature is? Write in the comments and let's discuss it. The next appearance of G-Men Toilet occurs in the 27th episode, and we finally find out why he has those eyes. Arriving at the battle, G-Men immediately begins to show off his first superpower, firing a laser from his eyes, and it helped turn the tide of the battle instantly. The Alliance was clearly not prepared for such a thing, so the soldiers had to retreat as a matter of urgency. In the 17th episode, we see a gathering of toilets in the square with G-Men toilets in the center, which means that he has become their leader, the head toilets, and is now leading their army. During their gathering, the Alliance tries to destroy all of them with a laser, but unfortunately they don't succeed, because G-Men survives. Moreover, all the Skibidi toilets that were near them survive, which means that G-Men is not so simple. I guess he has another superpower in his arsenal, generating a force shield in a small area around him, which explains why he and his minions were able to survive an explosion of that magnitude. Well, that's the end of the first part of the story of G-Man. In the next part, we will learn about all the abilities of G-Man and how to defeat him. Subscribe to not miss a lot of new interesting videos. Goodbye!